We have a small team with 12 people, all very smart, young, talented people, but here are some oldies who try to steer the ship in the direction that we want to ship. We have Rampi, he's our technologist. He wrote the Wipro's Holmes platform, the HOLMES, which is the equivalent of IBM's Watson. So he's on board as our chief technologist. We have Ajit, who manages our sales and marketing, and then I am there to do the rest of the things, right from janitor to the CEO work, everything that needs to be done. And what do we do? I'll play a few seconds of a video. So that was very simple. You have an incident on the road, and you want to, quickly assess the damages that happen to your motor vehicle, and you want to connect with your insurer, and you want to get your claim settled. I mean, that's a very good thing, where an end consumer does these things. But we are a little distance from there because, there are insurance companies in India still making that change where surveyors, will be made, to do other works than do some of these, grunt work they do in assessing visual damages. So this is where we step in. There's an incident, you capture information, you capture photos, or you capture a video. It gets uploaded on our back end, and we assess and we provide damage assessment report. It's cost effective. It decreases operation cost. It increases productivity. Surveyors today do 6 to 8 surveys a day, and we expect them to do 18 to 20 surveys a day going forward. The quality of service is high, it is auditable, everything is in black and white, and there is no CapEx involved. It is all OpEx based. We charge on a transaction basis. Okay, so what we do, very simple, upload images or video, identify make and model of the car, which can be correlated with your policy documents, locate and read the registration plate. We also read the vehicle information, we read the ODO. Vehicle information is a chassis number. We annotate damages on each part. We identify 27 distinctive parts in the car, exterior of the car. We assess damage severity to each part. We actually give a decision point on repair or replace, and then currently the surveyors review and approve the claim, and the end case is that the end consumer's reviews and says, yes, I'm happy with this damage assessment report, and then the settlement is done. Very simple architecture. At the bottom, we have a very robust, technology architecture, multi-tenanted, secure, scalable, auto upgrades enabled. On top of it, we have built 25 plus deep learning models, millions of images trained. I mean, the key to any deep learning model or data analytics, this is image analytics, is the data that you have, the quality and the quantity of data we have. So we have actually put out close to about 1 million images of the car into this model, close to 3 to 4 million images of the different parts and damages that happen to create these models. It's self-learning. We have an accuracy level of 90% plus. That means 1 in 10, damages at times go unnoticed, which is because there are things that are still to be improved in these models. And it's an asymptotic curve. It takes a little bit time, over a period of time at the end to kind of reach that accuracy levels. So we have services on top of it, image similarity, segmentation, detection, annotation, OCR, and measurements, and then we provide APIs, SDKs, dashboards, and alerts, for the users. We have 2 ways to, integrate with the enterprise. Our system can sit inside the enterprise. There's a simple API to upload images. And then there's a SDK which actually helps review the report. We also have our own API for insurance companies who do not want to have this as an integrated system, but want to run this as a separate system. So that also uses the same APIs as SDKs to provide that connectivity. All right, so what's the market size? Just in our vicinity, in our neighborhood, we are going to see almost 174, 175 million vehicles by 2025. Now, this data is from private car registrations that are happening right now in various countries, and we have applied the CAGR on top of it to compute the 2025 number of vehicles. Now, the beauty is whether we go to EVs or we go to auto drive cars, autonomous cars, the numbers will remain very much the same. If you look at a life cycle of 10 years, you see about 1.5 to 1.8 inspection events potentially happening per year. So whether it's a pre-delivery inspection or a claim inspection or an underwriting inspection or a car resale inspection. Okay. Using that, we get to close to about $1 billion market just in and around us. And 63, 64% of these inspections are purely for assessment of the external damages. So hence, there is still a market of about 630 million here, and we aspire to capture anywhere between 14 to 15% of it to reach our 100 million target in 5 years. GTM and competition, we have Bajaj Alliance as a partner and as our first customer at this point in time. The system is live with them. As I said, our market interest is India, Middle East, and Southeast Asia. Primarily insurance companies as industry, but it is extended now to the second-hand car sales like Cars24 in India and Belingo Mobile in Indonesia. Competition, we have a credible competition from a company called Tractable.ai. They are UK-based, but they do most of these services in the United States right now. The advantage they have is that their number of images that they have trained in their deep learning models are significantly higher than us, and they have been in the market for over 5 years now and very well funded. What advantage we have is that while they charge $20 per claim, we just charge $1. The pipeline, we have 2 insurance companies already on board, Bajaj Alliance and Watania in Abu Dhabi. We are working with a second-hand car dealer in India, which is Cars24. We are working with another insurance company in India and a car fleet owner as well. So these are the expected closures this year. This is the top. We have a few more to done. So this is how you take pictures, and this is how a report looks. I'll be happy to answer questions on this one.